You didn't ask for it, but you need to hear it. Hot takes and bold opinions today on celebrity wedding crashers. Your body, your choice, my seat. The
Okay.
sex the sexiest wedding proposal ever. And is Starbucks fat shaming? We are going
Oh.
to say what needs to be said, even if no one asked. She is Rebekah Black. I am Dan O'Malley, and this is Unsolicited. Rebekah, have you heard the saying, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned?
Oh, yes, I know it all too well. I am that scorned woman.
All right. Have you heard the saying, man on a mission?
Yes.
Well, those two sayings combined to bring us
Ooh.
to bring us this viral video of a man set out to defend his wife's honor at the Starbucks drive-thru.
No.
Yes. Do you guys? No, I need straw. You guys got camera on your thing? Like, is there a camera back there? Because my wife says she comes through here and you guys always ask her if you could start her off with something to eat. She's a bigger lady and she thinks you guys are making fun of her weight.
We would never do that. The only reason we ask that is because it takes about, like, for each sandwich, it takes about 5 minutes. So we want to put that in the first thing that we do, and then we ask your food, just so we get it out quicker to you. We would never do that to your wife. We ask everyone that.
Okay, I got you. So, all right, thank you, ma'am.
I promise. Thank you for clarifying that. And
Yeah, you guys should probably stop asking everybody that. A lot of people saying that, they think you're making fun of them. She's really upset. I'll let her know. I'll let her know.
Thank you so
okay?
much.
That is not fair of him to refer to his wife as a lot of people are saying that.
Right. Oh.
It's just her, dude. It's just her.
Like, oh my God, who actually has the audacity to think that Starbucks is like calling you and only you out? What?
All right. A number of things to break down about this viral situation.
I don't know where to start, honestly, because there's so many things that I have a problem with.
I'm going to start with the easiest, most obvious thing to me, and that is I don't care how much money this Starbucks drive-through barista is making. It needs to go up.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
That was a better corporate response on the fly than I'm willing to bet actual Starbucks corporate would come up with after an hour's worth of meetings.
You are absolutely correct. She definitely is not getting paid enough for that.
She not only needs to have a raise, she needs to get a raise, and she needs a promotion. She should probably take over training for all drive-through Starbucks employees because she absolutely nailed it.
But honestly, doesn't that say something about the store itself, that like the way she nailed it, the way she said it, the way it came off so like fluidly and easily means that that's probably the real reason why they're asking this question in the first place.
It is. It absolutely is. Like, having zero food service experience myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have any food service experience, but I have a ton of common sense experience. And my common sense tells me it makes sense for them to ask if I want any food with my order because the food takes longer than the drinks do.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hello, we've all been to a fancy restaurant where they're like, you want to go ahead and order the fancy chocolate lava cake because it takes 10 hours to make? Yes, we've all ordered that cake, and you order it at the beginning of dinner.
You're absolutely right. That is something tried and true. In French restaurants, when you get there, if they have a souffle on the menu, they ask you, please tell us now if you want the souffle. It's going to take about 45, 50 minutes to make it.
Correct. Yeah.
Let's go with the second part of this, which is this knight in shining armor, ready to defend his
husband. Ugh.
He's ready to mount his steed, the car, and defend his fair lady at the drive-thru.
With the protection of being in his car, so he can drive off at any moment if things go crazy quickly.
While recording on his dash cam to make sure he gets what is sure to be the battle of a lifetime for his wife's honor. Yeah. He wants to make sure he can go home and show her the battle that he won at Starbucks this day.
What would he have done if the Starbucks chick was like, yeah, your wife's fat?
and just close the door, get out. That was our subtle way of saying she needs help, and now we're
Yeah.
just going to be jerks about it. Oh God.
I'm like, what was the conversation like when his wife was telling him this at home? Did he not like process this and think like, seriously, do you really think they're just asking you about food and that they're making fun of you?
You're right. I now wish he had recorded a.
That conversation.
Yeah, this video needs a prequel.
Yes.
We want to see the conversation that he and the wife had before he goes out to battle with the
Yes.
Starbucks drive-through people.
Yes. Like, is she bringing any proof to the game? Because I need proof on this.
Not to mention, here's a little side part of this. When the Starbucks, when the wife, or as the husband called her, bigger woman, drives through the drive-through or pulls up to the little screen and they say, "Hi, would you like something to eat to start your order?"
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh my God, I'm so offended. But yes, I would also like this list of menu items." That's why they do it. So in other words, it's I would like some food. Yes, I would actually like some food. That's part of the reason I'm here.
Right.
How can you be offended by that?
I don't know. I truly do not know.
Like you go to a place that serves food, they ask
Correct.
you, "Would you like some food?" And you say, "Well, I mean, yes, I do. That's why I'm here, but I'm also offended that you asked me that."
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make. How do you eat anywhere? They're always going to ask you about food.
Anyway, then you get to the other part of it, which is she is obviously self-conscious.
Truly, and I hate that for her, but there is a time in your life where you need to figure out and understand that they're not trying to insult you. This is what they do for a living. Also, there's probably a part of the company system where they have to upsell you. They don't want you to just buy coffee. They want you to buy 12 other things. How do you not know that at this point in the game? Clearly they're older. She's married. She's lived a whole probably 30 something years. I would think by now she understands how this process works.
Yeah, you're right, because that's the whole point of some of these businesses, and this actually fit in perfectly. I saw this video a couple of days ago where a guy, a well-known business entrepreneur on social media, is talking about how much he loves the McDonald's business model for a number of reasons. And in this video, he talked about how McDonald's is known for its burgers, but apparently their margin on the burgers is only like a quarter per burger. Like they only make like apparently they're only making like 25 cents per burger. But that's what gets people in the door. That's what they're known for. And then the margins skyrocket on things like the French fries and the drinks, the fountain drinks.
Right.
So similar to Starbucks and any other fast food place, it may be known for this one thing, but they want you to buy all these other things over here because, well, the new CEO has to split time between Northern and Southern California, and he's not going to do it driving. He's going to use the corporate jet, and they need more money to do that.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's always going to be about money and not whether or not you're a little chubbier than someone else in the line behind you. It's always going to be cash flow, the end.
Yeah. And so if you look at it in purely those terms, that business that makes food is probably not going to insult you for eating a lot of their food.
No, they want you to come back. They want you to eat more of it. If anything, they welcome the bigger gal.
That's how they afford all the things that they want as a company. Anyway, okay. Now I feel like I've gone a little too far.
Oh.
I want to get back to the dynamic of this husband and wife.
Yes. Oh God, because he's miserable. That is a man that's been beaten down for a million years, and then he's just following the motions at this point. His wife wants this, so now he's gonna go, and then now he's recording it to prove that he did it for her, guaranteed.
Yeah. And so I think you're right. It's one of those where she sent him out and said, you go talk to the Starbucks people and make them not make me feel bad about my weight that I obviously feel badly about.
Right. So I wonder if is that a thing to put off like how you're feeling onto someone else?
Yeah, it's projection.
And I think that's what's happening here is like now that she feels bad, she's going to make her husband feel bad about it. And now he's going to go and make the barista feel bad about it every time she asks, "Hey, do you want food?"
Yeah, it's a terrible cycle, and it's also it's like a snowball just rolling
Mhm.
downhill.
Yeah.
And I just realized now snowballs are also a sweet treat, and I didn't mean it to be that way.
They're delicious though.
So, uh now I got snowballs running downhill in my brain. I'm like, I can actually go for a snowball. It sounds kind of nice. But and so then the other part of this, is the wife telling the husband, "This is what's happening at Starbucks," telling him, "Go defend my honor." So he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna go defend your honor. Record it as well. I'm gonna record it as well, so make sure you get proof of me defending your honor. Now
Mhm.
now I'm gonna post it on the internet and see what the rest of the world thinks."
Exactly.
I don't think this turned out the way they hoped it would,
Yeah.
because and the comments on this was pretty much one-sided in favor of the Starbucks, going, "No, that's kind of their job."
Right. I
To
agree.
act.
I agree. I think this guy's totally in the wrong. I don't know what good he thought was going to come from posting this on the internet. The most savage place on earth.
In it is pretty sad when you think about it. It's like you're so mad at the Starbucks people, you think they are savage to your wife, but then you post the video online, and then you realize, oh no,
Yeah.
I was so wrong, because the most savage place on earth is the internet,
Mhm.
and now you've now galvanized the internet against you and your wife.
Yep.
That's a hard pill to swallow.
Truly. I don't truly like how dumb are these people are dumb. The end. Like they're dumb.
I can see Rebekah foaming at the mouth. So either she has rabies or she cannot wait to tear this story apart.
Lord, make a wish.
All right. So for those of you listening to the Unsolicited Show podcast, this is a video of a young woman in a restaurant with some dessert in front of her holding a baby.
Yep.
The caption on the screen says, "I've made a bet with my boyfriend of 11 years. If I can get Ryan Reynolds to comment on this reel, my boyfriend will finally buy me a ring." So when they're asking her make a wish for your birthday, she's holding up her ring finger going like, "Oh, I want to get married."
Mhm. There's
What
so
a
many red flags here.
I don't know about you, but I think this might be the sexiest proposal I've ever heard. I'll I'll marry you if.
If literally the worst words that could ever come out of your mouth. I'll marry
Oh.
you if.
I mean, seriously, Rebekah, if your husband proposed to you by starting
No.
with "I'll marry you if,"
It's over. And
would the two of you be married?
no, we would not be. It would be over immediately. I'd be like, "Are you kidding right now? That's not even a funny joke." And then definite breakup. Definite breakup.
All right. Well, now we know where you and your husband stand on this sexy
Correct.
proposal. Let's get back to the source material here. Young woman holding a baby on her
Mhm.
birthday, being told to make a wish, and her wish is to get engaged. And on the caption, "I've made a bet with my boyfriend of 11 years. If I can get Ryan Reynolds, because he's not busy,
No.
to comment on this reel, he will finally buy me a ring."
Okay. Red flag number 1, I made a bet. Red flag number 2, 11 years. Red flag number 3, Ryan Reynolds. Do we really want Ryan Reynolds weighing in? No. Red flag number 4, you have a baby. I assume with this man of 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
No. Why? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? If he's not going to marry you after 11 years and a child, it's not happening, lady. Like, it's not happening. Even if Ryan Reynolds does comment on the video, there will be some sort of excuse as to why the two of you cannot get married.
Yeah, your boyfriend will say that wasn't really him. That was just like a social media manager. There's no
Yeah,
way that was Ryan Reynolds.
exactly. Somebody hacked my phone. That wasn't me. Or something. I don't know.
All right, so you mentioned 4 red flags, one of which
Yes.
is been together 11 years, still not married.
Yeah.
Let's start with that one.
Perfect. Let's dive in.
Look, I don't want to speak for all men, but I feel confident that I can speak for most men when I say, if we are really into you, we will show it. We will show it through words and actions. And if we really want to marry you, we will marry you.
Correct.
There is one huge exception to this,
Okay.
and that is my dad when it comes to his relationship with my stepmom. They were together for like 20 years before he said, "Hey, let's get married."
Mm-hmm.
Now, in that situation, it was different because my stepmom had always said, "I'll take him any way I can get him." And their
Which
relation
that's
and
fine.
and their relationship worked. It worked with those parameters. My dad came out of a hell of a divorce.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a lot of it. And so it's not surprising to me that he didn't want to jump right back into another marriage.
Sure.
So their relationship worked for them. So that was a different scenario. She was on board with it. Obviously he was. That's one of the rare exceptions. He did eventually say, yes, I'd like to get married. But 11 years and a baby. Yeah, he's just not that into you.
But okay, here's the thing. I think it's a different scenario with your dad. I'm assuming that your dad probably told your stepmom up front, like, hey, horrible divorce, don't intend on getting married again.
Yes.
And your stepmom has the response of, cool, I'm fine with that, not a problem. Okay.
Yep.
That's what is already better than this situation here. This situation, we have a woman who clearly wants to get married by any means necessary. And we have a man who clearly doesn't want to get married by any means necessary.
Yeah, this is not the makings of a Hallmark movie that ends
No.
in marriage and happiness.
No, this is destined for failure on every level.
This is going to end like a Lifetime movie. and
Yeah,
and
or
probably,
a true crime story. Who knows?
and be a true crime podcast.
But it's again, like I said, it's one thing that you both are upfront about the not caring about marriage. Okay, it's one thing, but clearly, she's made it clear marriage is important to her. She would like a ring on the finger. If a man has not proposed to you in that 11 years, they never will because he doesn't want that. So why are you trying to force him into that scenario?
There needs to be some serious self-reflection on her part. I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm just saying that guy is showing you who he is and what he wants.
Yes.
And more importantly, what he doesn't want.
Correct.
She needs to believe him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now,
I feel like just in general, within, I don't know, 6 months to a year of if this is your person or not, right?
Yeah.
But here we are for them 11 years down the road, and he's still like, nah, I don't know if you're my person or not. Then what are we doing?
Yeah. And real quick, the person that recorded the video sounded female. So was her boyfriend even at the birthday dinner that this video was taken?
Oh, that's a good question. I honestly don't know.
Um,
Oh, he didn't even show up for her birthday. This guy's the worst.
Why do you want him?
I don't get that either. Why do you want this guy who's been unwilling to propose to you for 11 years and then now you have to make a stupid bet about Ryan Reynolds commenting on your video in order to make it happen? How do you not see that is so flawed in so many ways?
Yeah, so 11 years was one of the red flags and no proposal. A baby and no proposal was one of the red flags.
Yep.
And another of the red flags you mentioned was asking for a celebrity endorsement on the proposal, but they picked the wrong celebrity.
Yes.
You're saying Ryan Reynolds was too high of a, or either the wrong person or too famous of a person?
Both.
I agree.
I do think he's too famous. However, of all of the celebrities to choose, I think he might actually comment on it, but I think he sees what a disaster this might be and is not going to.
Yeah, I think
then-
this is where just like her choice in romantic partners,
Yeah.
she needs to lower the expectations
Yes.
on
Agreed.
the celebrity endorsement of this marriage.
Yeah.
Instead of trying to get Ryan Reynolds to do it, call out someone a little more accessible. Like, honestly, try Cookie Monster. Cookie Monster might get like, yes, do it.
Any of the Sesame Street crew will be on board with this.
Sesame Street, absolutely. Throw a Muppet in there. Animal might say yes. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like Elmo would say,
Hell
yeah,
no.
yeah. The expectations need to be reined in a little bit.
Well, but then also like Ryan Reynolds is a little bit problematic these days. He's been called out multiple times for being like a real dick to Blake Lively on social media. So I was like, do you want a dick to approve your marriage? Like, I don't know that you do.
Maybe that's her type.
I mean, obviously, 11 years and a baby, the end.
Just at the end of it, dick approved. Look, we feel like there's more to be said about this video.
I can't let it go.
Blow it, make a wish.
Making a wish on her birthday dessert, saying, I made a bet with my boyfriend of 11 years. If I can get Ryan Reynolds to comment on this reel, he will finally buy me a ring.
No, he won't. Not gonna happen.
If 11 years together didn't do it,
Yeah.
this
If a
reel's not
baby didn't do it, come on.
Let's-
You know that baby is a product of this will get him to marry me. And that is the saddest thing ever.
You think this is a trap, baby?
100%. Look, it's a baby. And then now here we are, less than a year later, asking social media to get Ryan Reynolds commenting so that she can get married. It's not working, lady. It's not working.
If the trap baby didn't do it, nothing will.
Nothing will. Because it's a baby. You had a full-blown human life in order to try to get a ring on your finger, and that did not work. I don't know what else will.
Look, this is not lost on me, and this is something I've thought about a lot. So when I say this, I've thought about it a lot.
Mhm.
I don't have kids. You don't have kids. Why is it that we know better than some people who have children not to use them for personal gain?
That's a great question.
The baby is a baby. It's not a tool. It may
No.
grow up to be a tool, but right now it is not a tool. It is not an ends to a means
No.
or a
Why are
means to
we-
an end.
Yeah, why are we using children as some sort of a pawn in your own game? It doesn't make sense. It's terrible.
Especially when you think, especially when you're trying to use your baby as a pawn and
Mhm.
you look across the table at the man you're trying to ensnare and he's like, I'm playing checkers.
You're not even on the same playing field here.
He's over here going, king me. And she's like, I have chosen poorly.
I can't even imagine. I'm just like you said, we're both childless, right? We put a lot of thought into not having a child. Am I wrong?
Mm-mm.
The least you can do is put a little more thought into having a child. And having a baby to get married is not a good reason. And I don't know that that's really what she did, but this video certainly makes it look like that is what she's chosen.
We know that has happened. And so therefore it is a possibility that this was something she tried.
Correct.
It doesn't mean that's exactly what happened, but I'm just saying it's possible
Mhm.
because we don't know her in the entire situation.
Correct.
And if we did, I don't know if she'd admit it to anyone.
No, why would you? That would be I almost said career suicide, but that's not the proper term.
No. So back to it though, like with the baby in this scenario, like you really love this guy, you think he's just swell.
Yeah.
So Let me. We've been together all these years. That
Mhm.
baby is still a baby, so it's less than a year.
Yeah.
So you got, let's say she got pregnant. You guys got pregnant at the 10-year mark of their relationship.
Okay.
And you really think after 10 years you can't get this guy to put a ring on it, so you think a baby's going to push him over the edge?
Mm-hmm.
Is this really the type of person you want to share DNA and a child with?
No, that's the thing. No, you do not. Why would you want to share DNA with a person who's not clearly not a good person or has been leading you on for all these years?
Oh no, it's the I can change him mentality.
Which is the absolute worst. At the end of the day, you're not going to change anybody, just like you're probably not going to change unless you decide to change for yourself.
He's not going to change. He's
Nope.
not going to change that baby. He's not going to
Nope.
change himself.
Nope.
He might change his appearance and leave town. That might be the most likely outcome of change in this scenario.
Right. Or he might change the lady in his life because it doesn't sound like he's very committed.
Yeah, all the things he's probably going to change are none of the things you want him to change.
Exactly. So just bow out now, girl. Bow out.
And stop asking celebrities for your help. Speaking of celebrities, a celebrity crashes your wedding. Cool or cringe?
Ooh.
Oh my God!
Elijah Wood.
I don't want to take attention away from you.
This is Elijah Wood at a wedding. He surprises the bride and groom at their Lord of the Rings wedding.
I don't want to take attention away from you.
It's too late.
Yeah, sure.
So I guess they had just finished their nuptials. They're signing the documents, the license and everything.
Mhm.
And
But did
Elijah
you-
Wood just happens to be walking by the Shire.
Did you hear him though? He goes, I don't want to take attention away from you. And I'm like, too late, dude. You have already done it. Just by walking in the area. Why are you there ruining these people's wedding?
A pair of Lord of the Rings superfans got the surprise of a lifetime while getting married at the real Shire village in New Zealand when Elijah Frodo Wood just happened to be walking by.
Right. Like he wasn't invited. They didn't ask him to come and join their nuptials by any means. He just happens to be there. And they seem excited and happy and good for them. But if I was the bride, I would be furious.
Okay, but if you're the bride at a Lord of the Rings themed wedding at the real Shire in New Zealand and Elijah Wood just happens to pop up,
Right.
I don't think you would be mad about that. I think that would be the surprise of a lifetime.
Okay. I think in the moment, they were like, oh my gosh, this is insanely cool. However, 6 months from now, when everybody's talking about their wedding and it has absolutely nothing to do with the wedding, but like, remember when Elijah Wood showed up? Then I'm going to be pissed.
If you're at the La Quinta in Irving getting married and Elijah Wood pops in and is like, hey,
That saves it.
that makes the wedding fine then?
Yeah, because then nobody's going to remember that you got married at the La Quinta.
I'm going to be asking what the hell Elijah Wood was doing at the La
Right.
Quinta in Irving.
Why? Why of all locations did he choose this La Quinta?
Like if it's Gollum, I get it, but not Elijah Wood.
Gollum just slumming it at the La Quinta.
Before we get back to your aversion to celebrity wedding crashers, the fact that Elijah Wood just happened to be in New Zealand at this place when this couple's getting married is very problematic to me. I am now wondering, does Elijah Wood actually live in one of these tiny remakes of the Shire just for the hell of it? Because he can, and occasionally pops out being like, hi, just to surprise people. Then he goes back.
What if he's a hired hand there now? Because he hasn't had a whole lot going on movie wise or TV wise. So like, what if they're like, hey, we're gonna hire you for 3 months to come and just pop out every now and then?
This little dude does not need the money.
He doesn't. No, he
Though
definitely
the
does not.
he probably didn't need the money before Lord of the Rings, but he certainly didn't need it after.
No.
They like the final installment, Return of the King, was basically the money grab for everybody. It was the
Yeah.
installment that they had to have to round out the
Right.
story. But the third film is when everyone really made bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why you don't see him in as much stuff is because he doesn't need to.
You're right. He definitely doesn't need to. So that also leaves me wondering why he's hanging out over there. Is he just like revisiting where he used to film? That's weird to me.
So at your wedding, you don't even get the good Elijah Wood. You get the weird post Lord of the Rings, don't know what to do with my life next Elijah Wood.
Thank God he wasn't wearing like a Hobbit outfit.
I think they might have liked that more. Look, if you're at a themed wedding,
Yeah.
and one of the people instrumental in the theme of your themed wedding is there, I think they're going to embrace it like they did. Now, going back to what you were saying though, Rebekah, that if a celebrity showed up at your wedding
Mm-hmm.
just out of the blue, you would not enjoy that.
No.
Tell me more.
Because you're taking attention off of probably one of the most important moments in my life, and I'm mad about that. I'm the center of the attention. Look, there's very few times in my life where I actually get the day that it's my day, right? Like your birthday, it's your day. Yes. Your wedding day, it's your day. The last thing I need is for some celebrity to come in and ruin all of that. It's my freaking day.
So the outcome is the same. I agree with you, but the way we get there is different.
Okay.
Okay. If at our wedding, if at Tara and I's wedding, if a famous person happened to show up, I wouldn't be mad about that from a it's my day point of view.
Okay.
I would be mad about it from a you're famous enough. How much attention do you need?
Yeah, I agree
That
with
you
you
feel
on
the
that.
need that your presence at someone else's
Yes.
party will make their day. That's the level of arrogance I can't stand. So again, we end up in the same place going,
Yeah.
I don't want you doing that. I just have a different reason for it.
No, but I absolutely agree with your reasoning as well, because I think that is a level to it. I think it's like, you know what'll make their day even better? Me. No, it won't.
You know what's going to make my day better? Bouncing your tiny ass out of it.
Look, unless it's somebody who can do something for me at this moment, like perform at the wedding reception, go. I don't want you there. Unless you're going to reenact, I don't know, if it's Tom Hanks and he wants to do Forrest Gump on stage for everybody, then we might be on to something. But other than that, get lost. Give me $1,000 and get lost.
All right, thanks for bringing that up. So I'd be okay with your celebrity presence if you offer up celebrity presence.
Correct. That's the only way I'm letting this moment slide, is if you're going to give me money, you're going to give me a good gift, or you're going to sing something, or I don't know,
You're going to
entertain the audience.
perform.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to do the thing you're famous for
Correct.
at the wedding.
Yes.
Like if Adele happened to be walking by and she says, "Oh, what a lovely wedding! Can I sing for you?" Yes,
Yep.
please.
Here's
That would
the
be
mic.
awesome. Yeah. Absolutely. If Nate Bargatze's going by, like, hey, I mean, yeah, come on up. Let's do.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
15 minutes and then you're out, man.
But if you're in here to drink my food and drink my food and eat my booze, sounds
Same
like I've already
difference.
visited the bar too many times to remember you'll be there. But if you show up to eat my food and drink my
Mhm.
booze at my wedding, you're gonna pay for it.
Yep. Agreed. Look
Also,
at
I
us.
want a really good gift. Like this is all contingent.
Well, yeah, it's like you've got an extra 10K lying around. You could just give it to us so that we can start out our magical lives together.
Yeah. You know what? Here's like if they walk in, if the celebrity walks in on the wedding, I will approach them thusly. If you want this party to be about you, then write me a check to pay for it.
Yes.
Then we can switch it up a little bit.
Yeah. That's about the only way I'm going to allow a celebrity into my wedding.
I feel like there's got to be at least one celebrity though that you might buckle and say, "Ooh."
That's a good question. I don't know who it would be.
For some people right now, if Taylor Swift popped in, that might absolutely not only make their day, make their life.
I feel like if Jon Stewart were to show up, I would be like, yes, did you bring Colbert with you? Because that's the only way this is happening.
We're still talking about the wedding, right?
Yeah. well,
Mm.
well, if we want to go down that road too.
Oh, wow. Now that's a wedding crasher. Should you give up your seat for a pregnant woman? A man has gone viral after refusing to give up his bus seat for a pregnant woman, saying her pregnancy was her choice. When asked why he didn't offer his seat, he replied, "It's not my fault she decided to have a baby when she can't afford a car." The moment sparked a heated debate online about basic decency, empathy, and whether courtesy should be expected or optional in public spaces. So I'll ask again, should you give up your seat to a pregnant woman, especially when you feel it was her choice?
Like, is it bad that my first thought is like, well, he's not wrong.
Not wrong.
He's not right either, but he's also not wrong.
I mean, it is a very, very salient point to say, why should I give up my seat because it was her choice to have a baby?
Yeah. I mean, is it the nice thing to do? Yes. Is it a required thing to do? No.
To me, this is all about expectations. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm on this bus and I see a pregnant woman, a woman I really, 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 really am confident that she's pregnant, unlike our previous episode where you just assume and you assume wrong.
Yeah.
Which could really twist this story. They could really turn this story on its head, as if I'm riding on a bus seat and I just assume you're pregnant because you got big belly. And I say, "You're pregnant. You may have my seat." And she's like, "I'm not pregnant." And then I say, "Well, you should probably still take my seat."
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah. But if it's a very obviously pregnant woman, don't say it. The smart thing is still don't say it. Just say, "Would you like my seat?"
You could just leave it as it's like a chivalrous male-female thing. Like, hey, would you like to sit in my seat? Just because I'm trying to be nice. Like, that's all it has to be.
If I'm on the bus and there's nowhere to sit and I see you and I think she would probably appreciate this seat, I would offer it.
There you go.
I will not do that, though, if you start giving me, side eye and guff about saying you should give me that seat because I'm pregnant. Or if someone else tries to guilt me into it by saying you should give her that seat, she's pregnant. How is that my fault?
No, absolutely.
You know what? You don't know what kind of a day I've had.
Right. Maybe my legs are broken. You don't know.
That's right. They're just really
tired.
My butt sore from
They're
sitting at my desk all day, and now I want this seat.
Look, if I'm being perfectly honest, I hate standing. I hate it so much. If I can find anything to lean on or sit down on, I'm gonna do it. So I get the idea of being very selfish about having a seat on the subway or on the train or wherever. I get it.
Yeah. It's the expectation. If you feel entitled to that seat simply because you're in a condition, then no. That's an immediate, you're not getting my seat because you feel like you're entitled to it.
Correct. Entitlement is ruining this world. Everybody's entitled to something is not a true statement.
Yeah. Yes. No. I think I agree with what you said.
Yes.
I feel like I got caught in something and I couldn't, I got caught in a whirlpool and I couldn't get out. Yes, exactly. I got stuck in a loop. Like, oh God, how do I get out of here? Maybe there's a pregnant woman I can offer my spot to.
That'll get you out quick.
Yes, it would. So, okay. So this guy goes viral. People, start screaming at each other in the comment section. Yes, he should give up his seat. No, he shouldn't have to. Peer pressure is a hell of a thing, though, man. If you get an entire bus of people on you,
yeah,
you kind of have to.
I agree, because people are crazy these days. People get violent very quickly. So, yes, the peer pressure would probably get to me because I don't want to be attacked by an entire bus full of angry people. So I would give up my seat. But I mean, there is no rule, there is no law that you have to give up your seat for a pregnant lady.
All right, here's a hypothetical for you. Do you think, like, I think this is basically one of the subplots of Speed. Didn't I think they had a pregnant woman on Speed? It was a bus, public bus.
Yeah, I think
I
you're
think
right.
there was a pregnant woman on there, and she was one of the first ones to be allowed to get off as one of the
Right.
hostages. As would you, if let's say you're one of the hostages on that bus and you're not pregnant?
Right. You're entitled. I'm entitled to life too.
Why does she get special treatment?
Because she's got an extra one. She got a bun in the oven.
That's not my fault.
You're right. It's not. But I think society has to run with some rules, and that's one of them.
Yeah, women and children first.
Correct.
Especially if you're pregnant. That's always first line of hostage release or getting on the lifeboat kind of a situation.
Yeah.
But I will say, as someone who's gone around this world enough, when they say women and children first or pregnant women get to go first, I would just occasionally like a hey, thanks for not having a problem with that.
Yeah. No, I totally understand that. You're reminding me of something back from my radio days. I used to get mad about pregnant parking at Target because I'm never going to get to use that. That's not fair.
Yes, you can.
I can. How?
You just park there.
You just do it. Nobody
Honestly, this is the 21st century and the world's a different place than it used to be. Just in the last couple of years, I may start parking in pregnancy-only parking.
Who's gonna know? You want a doctor's note?
Mm-hmm. Someone tells me, you're not a woman, you're not pregnant. Prove it.
Yeah. But
And
I
then
do.
keep on walking.
I do get the point of being like, when is it our turn? When do we get to have something for just us people who didn't want to have a baby or are single, or like, when is it our time to get some little something in society?
Our time happens at the swim up bar
Yes.
at the resort in
Yes.
Mexico. That's our time.
You're
That's our
so
time
right.
right there. At 10 a.m., the swim up bar
Hell
in
yeah.
Cancun. That is our time at the adults only resort. Hell yeah.
But we have to pay for that.
Yeah, but it is worth it.
I agree.
I am paying more for the adults only, having no kids splishy splashy into my daiquiri.
Amen. Amen.
If you are listening to us, do us a favor. Follow the show so you don't miss an episode. Drop a 5-star review. And if you're watching us on YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe. For Rebekah Black, I'm Dan O'Malley, and this was Unsolicited.